Hello there and welcome back. Today I want to discuss further on a concept that I expressed on a previous video about writing a full track using only one synth. I would like to guide you through my full process, starting from creating the sequence, the sound, and then the sound design through my pedal. I think this could be useful to understand how I just start from a concept and then record the full track. So this is the setup I'm using to record my new album that is coming in a couple of months, soon I hope, and it's gonna called In Darkness. It's heavily influenced by Synthwave and 80s horror mood, so it's gonna be kind of dark sounding EP, and it's gonna be, I really like where I'm right now. So I decided to use this SH as my main synth because it's modeled on the Sh01a, that is one of my favorite synth. This has polyphony, so it allowed me to use the technique on having 4 different tracks, sequencing the 4 different voices. Octatrack is gonna be my sequencer. Today it's only do the sequencing part, no audio is going inside. We go from the Roland into the into the Fairfield shallow water that most of you know by now. It's one of my favorite pedals that will add some light modulation. From here into the DIG that will add a ping pong delay. This also is modeled on 80s sounding delay, so it fit the genre. Then rooms. We will add reverb. From here we go inside the mixer. So my Model 1, and then I could have just go straight to the DAW, but whatever. We go mixer because I like how it sounds. I had a little touch of EQ, and the direct record out of the mixer is going inside the OTO Boum, and from here DAW. I never show off this guy first, but it's always on my bus chain. I really like what it does. It can add compressor and drive, and also has a very nice sounding hi cut that to me really makes the sound interesting. So this is always at the end of my chain. Okay, this is the setup. Let's start. As usual, I will start with a blank patch. There's nothing going on. We will just improvise and see what happens. Okay, let's do it. So first thing, let's find a sound that we like on the SH. If you own this guy, first I would go in menu, be sure that it's in polyphony. I like to press button 8 after menu, so it basically the sound mirror what the position of the knob are. I can put my Octatrack in chromatic mode, so I can play some. All right, I set up each track on channel 1. So track 1, 2, 3, and 4, all on channel 1. There's more on how I set up these in a previous video, so you can check there. So I noticed that to use rooms in a way I want, I need to go inside it not too hot. Otherwise it will add a bunch of distortion that it's very nice and could be very useful, but I would like to keep the sound cleaner and then distort with the auto. So as you can hear now, my volume are not that high. I'm gonna turn on the auto. Auto will add a bunch of gain and it's fine because I really want to crunch the sound. So just to say that I'll start with a very quiet sounding synth and then add the volume step by step. So let's put a sequence. Let's just do a simple bass line and then build on top of that. Now it's the moment that I start to create a sound that I like, okay? So I'm using just the Synthwave. I think I want something snappy like this. I can add some modulation, but I think the Fairfield will do that better. Some pulse weight. Sub, we can dial in later. Okay, this could be a good starting point. Classic sound. So let's see how, with all the pedal, we can enhance it. First, shallow water. This is gonna add some random modulation. I like to cut a little with a low pass filter. So we want to obtain some sound that lack on the high end a little, like it would be a burn cassette or something like that. Full mix, a little less like this. Time to add the Strymon. So as you can hear, it's pretty subtle, but it had some kind of rhythmic thing going on, right? And I would like to keep everything kinda subtle, just to create a sort of atmosphere. It's gonna be a simple track, but it's just how much of all these things had little by little that to me create a mood. Let's turn on the room. Can play with the different algorithm. Okay, I usually opt for 1 or 3 is my two favorite. I prefer number 1. Okay, now it's time to build our track. My track are quantized, as I showed before. ARP. In an ARP page, you can double click and you can quantize all C minor. Okay, this could be. Let's hear. These add a lot of gain. I know that you should gain balance, but honestly, I don't really care because I want to really add crunchiness. So I use this as an instrument and I use this with my ears. So one trick that I like to use this is kind of doing parallel rather than having the full mix thing. I just use a part of it. You can hear that if you have the I-cut not engaged, it becomes very, very crunchy. And it's kind of nice, but I really like how it sounds with some of the high cut. I like to add a lot of compression. I'm using the first distortion, the first algorithm, that is the lightest one we can hear. It has 4 different distortion. I really like the first one, it's the subtle one. I really love this pedal. I had a few other interesting warm bugs. I had the Electron one that was great, but too much for me. I have a Coulter Volter that I really like too, but this one is the most easy to dial in. It has a lot of character. It definitely influences a lot your sound, so it's what I really like on instrument I use. Okay. As you can hear, we are already in a kind of interesting dark mood. The sound feels like somehow taped, ruined. I could also pass through my tape machine, and I would add a lot more of character, but for the sake of this video, we'll stay like this. Let's add some other track. I set up the length of the track 15, so it's gonna evolve, technique that I already showed. Oh, I'm using the transpose, no. Let's use the notes. This is how I work. It's like I create the bass usually, and then I just mostly randomly, I know what I want, so it's just putting notes until I have a loop that I can keep listening at, and I find it interesting. And I just usually go per octave, like this is gonna be the lowest, mid, and then higher, and maybe I will have some arpeggiator or some ostinato things going on track 3 and 4. Another things that you can do, it's add some random notes. So with 3 condition, you can hold the note, and then with this button and then level, you can decide the condition. Let's say every 3, these 2. You can hear how it's more interesting, right? Perfect. I'm already there. I really like already how it sounds. Let's add another track. Sometime I have in my mind copy the note and place it. Length, let's put. I didn't yet figure it out how to work with velocity with this guy, because it doesn't really react nicely to the velocity. It's just shut up or work. So whatever, that would be amazing. It's impossible. Another things like it's hard to set up the LFO here or the CC control to modify the parameter, because you are using basically the voice separately, but the control will work on all of them. So it's a little limiting, but you know, I like to embrace it. Maybe this can go an octave higher. And let's put some. Nice. Become another tool for your performance. I really like how this filter sounds. Nice. Oh. Let's put a 5-step on track 4. This could be it. Could be like, these are my 4 different tracks. So, to me, the important things when you create is just like having a clear idea where you want to go. The sound that you're hearing right now, it's what I wanted. It's a very, very dark, distorted, ominous sound. And I can listen to this loop for hours. I really like it. sometimes it's interesting to activate the portamento. From now on, I will probably jam for like 10, 15 minutes, I don't know, and just trying to get into the mood. Sometimes I just do a full recording, and until I feel that that sounds exactly as I want, I will keep doing it. Sometimes I do another technique to record, since this come out as a stereo file, so I will not have a lot of chance to do any post-production. I can decide to just record each single track. So when I do like that, I would sync my DAW, and then I would probably work with for each track with the sound that I like most. So I can just record the bass for a few minutes, have some variation, then move to the next one. I like the compressor to take out all of the noise and all of the delay part. Oh. So in this case, if I work like that, I can just find interesting sound. See? This can work like that. Can want some high cut. Sometimes I just go and find this kind of loop. Super subtle, very dark. So with the high cut, we have a lot of noise, and this can be interesting for some ambiental part of the track. Oops. Sometimes it's in the hidden sounds that there's interesting sounds. But anyway, I'm digressing right now. So, at the end I will have my nice track. I will add a little mastering. That's always I do, just a little limiting, and mostly that's it. It's a lot. Most of my song track writing is just about what kind of mood do you have in your head. I want dark, I want destroyed tape. Here it is. This is the right chain. This is the right sound. Of course, if I would have want something more melodic, more ambient, more uplifting, I would have choose a different chain and maybe a different synth. But this is work for me right now. So I can keep doing this for hours. It's just like sometime recording the full things. You will find a very, very interesting loop that I can use for my live setup later to use as a ambient loop. I can slow it down and this could become very, very interesting. All right, then that's about it for today. Hope you like this video. By the way, I just released an album. It's called Vento. It's completely different and it's very uplifting and ambient. You should check it out. I will put in my link. Come out yesterday, so I'd love you guys to enjoy it. I also would like you to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you next week for another video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here again. I'll see you soon. Ciao.